G'day everybody, it's Woz here, and today I'm here to share my thoughts and opinions on this Blake Johnson Pro Model skateboard deck made by Santa Cruz Skateboards. Oh yeah! If you enjoy this type of content, feel free to subscribe to the channel. With your ongoing support, we can grow our skateboarding community and this channel. So I've never had a Santa Cruz skateboard deck in my skateboarding career. Many years ago, I used to skate an 8.375 blank skateboard deck made by Real Skateboards, and I found that was an awesome all-terrain vehicle for my style of skateboarding. So when I saw this Santa Cruz Blake Johnson skateboard deck at my local skate shop, I realised it was an 8.375 and I couldn't resist the urge to buy it. Oh yeah! So before I go into all the measurements, design, construction and details of this skateboard, I just want to say as soon as I took it out of its plastic wrapper, I've noticed one thing. The craftsmanship on this skateboard is some of the best quality that I've ever seen. The finish is so smooth. The routed edges, they're just perfect. It feels like a really well constructed skateboard. So I'm not a big fan of the graphic on this skateboard. It's a wall that wraps around to the other side of the skateboard, and I can see some eyes peeping out. Maybe this skateboard's called the other side because someone's peeping through the other side of the wall, maybe thinking the grass is greener on the other side. But the graphic isn't what I'm interested in this skateboard. What I'm interested in is the construction, the design, the craftsmanship, and the 8.375 width. So now let's go over the details of this skateboard. So across the back deck bolts is 8.375. And also across the front deck bolts, it's 8.375. It's quite a square board all the way around. 8.375 across the wheelbase. Speaking of the wheelbase is 14.5 inches wide. The tail on this skateboard is quite long, coming in at 6 3/4 inches. And equally, the nose is quite long, coming in at 7 inches neat. What I'm super stoked on about this skateboard is the nose. The nose is super blunt. It's quite square all the way up and slowly cuts around and continues on nice and square all the way down the sides of this skateboard. I can't wait to do some slappy nose slides on this bad boy. I really like the design and shape of the nose. Equally, the tail, although it's quite longer than most tails of a skateboard of this length, it's quite rounded. It seems to me this will be really good for any type of flip tricks or shovel tricks. So far, I'm very impressed with this skateboard. From what I can see, the nose and kick are of similar angles. They're quite steep. With the boards that I've been buying recently, the nose is quite steeper than the tail. However, in this instance, they seem very equal. The nose and tail are pretty much at the same angle. Another thing to note is it looks like you've got 2 fingers of flat between your back deck bolts and where the tail kicks up. That will help me greatly with my balancing point when I'm doing manuals. Similarly, with the front of this skateboard, you've got about 1.5 inches of flat before the nose kicks up. So one thing I need to do is practice my nose manuals. I've lost that trick. I need to get that trick back, and I'm hoping this skateboard deck will help me learn how to do nose manuals again. And another thing I'd like to note is Santa Cruz are awesome and give you a cool Santa Cruz sticker with this skateboard package. I'll be adding this one to my skateboard sticker collection. I'm going to put this skateboard together now and take it out to the skate park and see how this bad boy performs. So there you have it everybody, the Blake Johnson skateboard deck made by Santa Cruz Skateboards. Today was my first initial skate on this board, and I feel for a skateboard to be quite versatile after the first skate and be able to skate
bunch of different terrain is very impressive indeed. So if you're after a skateboard that's solid and quite responsive and can skate all different types of terrain, then I recommend giving the Santa Cruz Blake Johnson skateboard deck a red hot go. And as always, I truly appreciate you spending this time with me today, and I'll see you in the next video.